everybody, it's Briggsell here, and I am creating a company for this new game that I am playing called Game Dev Tycoon. So let me just sort these details out and change my character. I want to be Ginger because I'm awesome. Let's do this one. Okay, so what is this game all about? Well, it's basically a tycoon type game, and your job is to make a games company, the best games company you can. So this is what the game's all about. Now, you get to choose what platform you want to create these games on. I'm going to go for the PC because I am awesome. You can choose what graphics are. These obviously increase with the time, with the technology, because this starts in like probably the early 80s or mid 80s when gaming started to become quite good, quite profitable. During the game making stage, you'll obviously have these options. You can basically choose whatever you would like here. So I'm going to focus more on engine and gameplay. As you can see, the technology of the game and the design of the game are all based off on me, basically, on my skills, which you start at a specific amount to begin with. I want to put the level design up. Obviously, the artificial intelligence needs to be decent. Dialogue's not so important. What will happen is when I finish this game, I will be able to then sell it, make some money, get some reviews in, and build up a company based on reviews and such like that. Sounds not so important. Graphics is, design is not so important. You get research from doing all these game stuff. You can research different things. There's also bug tests as well. If the game has many bugs, at the end of the process you fix those bugs basically. And then you've got this level system, which basically allows you to level up all the kind of stuff. For some reason, I haven't got the sound on. I'm going to put the sound on in a second. So I'm going to release the game. There we go. That's a little better. Now, when you get to a certain point, you'll be able to move the offices, get more people in and helping you, and so on and so forth. It's actually a very interesting game, but it also can take quite a long time to play, so you may want to think about if you have the time to play it, then obviously play it, but if you haven't got the time, you need to mix and match. And my first game is quite good. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. This looks like it's going to be quite a big hit. Call of Briggsell 1. Basically, it's Call of Duty, but I'm obviously me. So this is going to be quite a good hit. So in the top right, you'll see the sales. I've sold in the first week 8,000, or just short of 8,000, which is pretty much amazing for the first game. While I'm doing this, I need to research some new stuff, so I'm going to research another genre of games. Not a genre, but another style. I've sold nearly 15,000 units. Wow, 16,000. Obviously, all the systems that we are able to use, unfortunately, are copyrighted, so obviously they've got different names, but you can see for yourself what sort of system they are. So when the new one that's going to come soon is the Nintendo Entertainment System, I think it is. I'm going to build another game here. What topic do I want? Racing, simulation, PC, and call it Driver 1. Make it on 2D. At a certain point, you'll be able to create your own game engines, and then you'll be able to upgrade the engines, and you'll be able to use publishers, and you'll be able to do contract work, which is something that you'll probably see in a minute. It's very basic. I mean, it's not amazing. It's not like amazingly in depth, but it is really enjoyable, and I've really enjoyed it. So that game made $167,000. It sold nearly 25,000 copies, so that's pretty good for the first game. Let's make this more equal. Now, not every game that you create will be a masterpiece, so you have to be very, very lucky. The G64, which is basically the Commodore 64, is probably, it's saying that it's increasing the amount of people that are playing it. There we go. The better your level, the better things will be. So we have to wait for the reviews to come out. Now, I personally don't think this is going to do really well, so I'm going to say that before I press this button, and we'll see how crap it is. Oh, it's actually okay. That's quite good. I'm liking that. So my second game looks like it's also quite a good hit. That's nice to know. Now, there are some bits and pieces that I need to tell you about. This game obviously isn't free. You need to go and buy it. It's not available on Steam yet. It's only available on the website, their own website. So it's only about a tenner, so it's pretty good. It's a very indie based game. What I do suggest you do is don't pirate the game, because the pirated game is in fact been released by the company, because there is if you play the cracked version, it will your game will break basically, because they've coded it to do such a thing. And they released a pirated version on purpose to really annoy people, because they want to actually win the game and play the game properly without buying it. And unfortunately, the company that makes this game, who released it on Pirate Bay and all that sort of stuff, unfortunately they purposefully broke it, so you'd get hooked on the game, and then end up having to buy the actual game because you're so hooked. I didn't really explain that very well, but I mean, you get the idea. So this is contract work. This is like a short-term contract work that you do, and you get paid a little money. Thank you. So I'm going to do another game here. I'm going to do a football game. So I'm going to do Striker 1. Let's do sports. Let's do simulation as well, because I know that should do okay. Don't need to worry about that. So I need to get more research to progress my levels and my games and such. So obviously I need to. Basically, I'm keeping things the same really, while trying to get loads of research. I've really enjoyed this game. I'm not sure how long it's going to keep my interest, because obviously it's the same stuff. You can take different routes in terms of your makeup, and you can do shorter or longer games depending on how you like it. But for me, I'm not sure how long they're going to keep my interest. But I'm really enjoying it, and I do recommend it to anyone out there who just wants just an indie game, not a full AAA game. There we go. So the next game is out, leveling up on some of the aspects of the shit. I'll do some more contract work while I'm here. Now you don't want to you don't want to fail those contract works, because obviously they cost you money. This one is equally as good. Thank you very much. I'm really pleased with this. I've never hit this many good games in a row before. That one wasn't so great. It's the first 6, but it shouldn't hurt too bad, I would have thought. Sorry, I just bashed the microphone. So there we go. That was the first game I'm going to start another one straight away. Let's call it I don't know, this probably won't work, so but Briggs War 1. I'm not sure how much this is going to work in terms of the actual game, because I need to put the story and the engine down a bit. The Striker 1's done quite well. Later on in the game, you're able to develop sequels, so you can basically use the hype of the first game and make sequels, especially when you make it big. Eventually, you'll make it big. Striker 1's done alright. 15,000. You can also look at the game history here, showing you what games. Like my first game made $136,000. My second one made a profit of 94, and this one's made 60 so far. Sound is up a bit. This is probably going to be a lot more mediocre, probably 4s and 5s, I'd have thought. But I mean the technology and design is pretty decent. I mean, it should go up a little bit. Let's just wait one more week. Let's wait until the next month before releasing. It gives you a little bit more polish. There we go. So the interviews on my get the other levels up, release the game. Now, doing media and such will allow you to get hype on the game, therefore more people will want to buy it. Striker 1 is off sales, and now Briggs War coming in. Oh, it's gonna be another good one. Great. Lucky. Absolutely amazed so far at how good these games have turned out. Yeah, I'm honestly saying this now. It's not always this good. I promise you that you will get some 4s and you will get some 3s, and most likely you will get some 2s and you'll get some 1s. I mean, if my game's like 7+, then I'm absolutely ecstatic about it. And this one shows it by getting nearly 15,000 in nearly 17,000. Excellent. And now I can research the custom game engine. This is where I want to create my own game engine here. So this is the gist of the game. It expands a little bit. You get to do more things. You get to create MMOs, and you get to create research departments and go on to E3s and do all that sort of stuff. So it's a really enjoyable game, and I do recommend it for anyone who's interested in this type of game. So that is Game Dev Tycoon. I hope you enjoyed.